of earnings trading. Couple of big ones that we that moved all over the place yesterday were Twitter, Apple, AKAM. So I'm just gonna jump right to it and get started. The list for today. These are my hot list for today. Let me get these done. We got AKAM, gap and go down. I'm going to have to go over AKAM because, okay, it's near 52-week lows. Okay, near 52-week lows. Okay, near 52-week lows, and I think that this one could do, like, I don't know if you guys remember George, but this could be like the washout and then fade kind of play. So the washout and then kind of fade play. So watch AKAM. Now, we had this as an earnings runner, too. That was our free earnings runner play. So watch AKAM pretty closely. Now, Twitter gapped up, right? So Twitter sold off. This morning, it's gapping up. I think this is a screaming short. TWTR, short, okay? Fade the gap up. Okay, so it gapped up from yesterday's close. So you have to realize that this is both a gap and go down. Okay, gap and go down, and the fade, right? Because it gapped up after it gapped down because it went down so much last night in earnings. The next one is, and this is a little bit of a lower quality one, ICPT. Okay, this is a short. Okay, ICPT, short, gap and go down. And then the last one is a gap up, is GSK, gap and go up. But this one also might be a check mark, but we're gonna go through that on the screen. We'll go through each one of these. Check mark. Now, guys, if you tell me if you like it this way, because what I will do is I will go through all the plays first and then go on the screen and then, on the screen and go over the charts. There's a couple of other ones. AIG. I'm going to put AIG on the day trade list. AIG. Day trade. Watch. I'm going to go add some detail to that. CMI Cummings. Okay, this is a day 2 watch. Okay, RCII is a day 2 watch. Right? So these are all day 2 watches. Okay, obviously Facebook. Okay, Apple. Sympathy. Watch. I don't know. I'm having problems. Sympathy. Watch. I think I spelled it right. Let's see what else I got going here. ASML. Okay, I'll go through that one as well on the screen. But that's the list for the day. We'll take a look at Diamond Foods as well. We're going to look at Diamond Foods as well. DMND. Okay, Diamond Foods. So let's get started here, guys. All right, so let's get going here. I'm going to put up a couple of these different stocks on the screen. By the way, also PayPal has earnings after the bell today. So let's start going through these. Okay, first one is AKAM. Let's go through the daily. Guys, this has massive shock, right? Because it was up for 1, 2, 3 days, and now it's gapping way down here. Okay, so everybody on this chart is a loser. Okay, it's actually gapping down to here, but if it goes down to 58, okay, it could go down to 58. Right, so where it is right now is 61.80. It could go down to 58, 57. Let's see what it's doing pre-market. Okay, it's bounced up a little bit pre-market. Okay, this has massive shock and could just melt down to 57. Now it could put in these big, huge bottoming tails and then bounce. That is the 52-week low is 57. Does everybody see that on AKAM? So here it is, drip down to here, bounce back up, and then could go back up. I don't know. This is a supersized gap that has shock. Okay, this is a huge earnings disappointment. Okay, because it did do a great earnings run, and then it got walloped. Okay. Next one, Twitter, TWTR. Twitter's very similar to this, right? Twitter was doing great, and now it's gapped down to here. Okay, now the problem with Twitter is it's hitting into its 50-period moving average. It could drop down to 25. So Twitter was looking like a good buy bull flag, ripped up to 32 in the post-market, and then gotten beaten down. So Twitter is a gap and go down. If it does put in some, signs of reversal, it could even fade later in the day. We're just going to have to watch Twitter. Now, why is Twitter a fade of a fade? Because, and it really all happens on this pre-market chart, okay? So Twitter sold off, went down to $27 in the post-market last night, but then gapped up pre-market. So Twitter was a great short at the post-market highs of yesterday, and it probably will melt down to 25 at some point today. Now, if it doesn't, the key number is 28.50. So 28.50 is very, very important. It's the post-market high after the earnings, and it's the pre-market high. Okay, so Twitter is an interesting one to watch as well. ASML, okay, has shock to the long side. So, and I've been ASML. I'm happy that Marty put this one in there because AMSL is a check mark or gap and go. Now, guys, you know that I like to have multiple. Longs and shorts. I don't like to just go long without also going short. So this gives me the opportunity to have both longs and shorts. Okay. This gives me 2 longs and 2 shorts. Now let's take a look at GSK. And I have to look at Gilead as well. So GSK looks like a bull flag. It's actually a buy right now, GSK. Looks like a bull flag. By the way, if you buy this pre-market, you sell this on the rip on the open. Do not hold this because it will spike and then die, potentially, like that CTXS did the other day. So this is a buy pre-market, sell on the open or 5 minutes into the open. Okay? Please note that. GSK. Next one. Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't projecting that. Let me show you GSK. So this is a buy. This is a move up. Bull flag. right? Stick up. It could run up to $44 on the pre-market, okay? And you sell it very quick into the open if you get a quick rip, okay? By the way, guys, Apple doing really well now. It gapped up after it gapped down and sold off after it ripped up. I think Apple is also a fade down if you're inclined to trade Apple. Okay, a lot of you don't like to trade Apple, but if you are inclined to trade Apple, Apple will probably rip up to 118 and then fade down. Now, I was too aggressive in my short. I had told one of our subscribers, Caesar, that we, I thought it was going to rip up and then short the rip up. Parnes said the same thing. But needless to say, and by the way, guys, PayPal gapping up today. So hopefully if you held the options, you're doing fine. Let's take a look at AIG. AIG gapping way up. Okay, this is another long AIG. Looks like it could run up to 64, but I mean, personally, if it runs to 64, it's a fade then at that level. 65.50 was the high. This one could make a very quick run up to 65.50. 64.50 is the daily high. That's the resistance on the chart. It's already made that huge spike. It got a little ahead of itself. This is the pullback. Okay? Top picks, top ideas, okay, is AKAM, also GSK, okay? The other one that's always interesting is Gilead. Okay, Gilead, all over the place. It's actually down now. Kenny always says if Gilead goes down, buy it. Watch Gilead for an earnings reversal a la Kenny. Okay, this is the Gilead a la Kenny earnings reversal. All right. So, folks, let's go through the plays again. So we have top plays. I'm gonna rank these now. I'm gonna say GSK is a 4. AMSL is a 4. Akamai is a 4. Okay. I'm gonna say Twitter's a 3. Okay, we're gonna take a look at RCII as well. Real quick. RCII. Guys, RCII got completely kiboshed yesterday. We were in it for the first bit. We also got whipped around a little bit. Guys, if it breaks the daily low, this could melt even more. However, this stock is near all-time support. So, or very long-term support now. And so you got to be very, very careful for those kind of like bottoming out climactic rips. But this stock really got kiboshed yesterday. I'm trying to find the supports. So far back, it's hard to find. It broke support at 22. That was the all-time support at 22. So I don't even see any support on this, so just be careful on that one. Alrighty, market opens in 2 minutes. I like the fade on Twitter. GSK. So Twitter just popped here into the open. Guys, let's try to keep to the rules as well. That's my high-low ticker. The rules are like $5,000, $10,000 positions. There goes Twitter bursting up. Let's let it top out at around 28.50. I'm also going to keep Apple on the screen today. Okay, there goes Twitter coming in after bouncing, surging. It might be an earnings reversal, so I might ixnay the play. Might be a fade on Twitter now. It came down and hit into that moving average. Okay, now 2850 was resistance, so you might get a little dip down and just straight up volatility on it. But I don't think it's going to be long-lived. I think that you're probably, Twitter might get inclined to the long side. We'll see how it deals. At 2850 seems to be reversing off of it. Not inclined to the long side yet. We'll see how it deals with VWAP here. Let's take a look at GlaxoSmithKline, nothing. AKAM, AKAM. Guys, AKAM. AKAM triggering down, 5-minute low break. There goes, Twitter might be rolling over here, guys. If Twitter breaks back below VWAP, here goes Twitter rejecting. That was the great short at 2850. AKAM, no, didn't break yet, Twitter, so hold off on Twitter. Still doing its dance. Guys, you really want to let it the 2-bar break, right? AKAM not going yet. Probably going to add to AKAM. There goes Twitter, guys. Twitter breaking. If it breaks the whole number now, goodbye on Twitter. AKAM going too. AKAM a good ad here. It bounced a little bit for an ad. Covering some Twitter here. Well, I was going to cover Twitter. Still covering Twitter again because it's dipping back down. Trying to cover Twitter again. Okay, guys, Twitter going down. I just covered some Twitter. Woohoo! Take me on yours, Twitter. All right, guys, I covered all but back quarter of Twitter. AKAM working as well, guys. Going to add a little bit of AKAM as I get out of some Twitter. If it breaks the low. That red bar is low, meaning. AKAM not going, so I didn't add. I think Twitter will still break the low. That's a 15-minute rejection. Although right now I'm happy I got out of most of it. But if it breaks back below 28 with some strength, guys, AKAM could be 2 down bars. It broke the 5-minute low. Could be a green bar that gets ignored. AKAM starting to work again. Twitter working again. I shorted a little bit more AKAM. Twitter working again. I think Twitter's going to break 28. You see the Apple guys broke the 5-minute high on Apple. Expect to run up to 1850 on Apple. AKAM just broke. Cover as she goes on AKAM. Okay, guys, I'm down my position. I have a manageable position now in AKAM, meaning I'm not large size. It made my move down. Twitter, not so good, but I'm going to look for a re-entry on Twitter. This could be a top, possible double top on Twitter. I only have a little bit of Twitter left, so. Okay, I'm going to try shorting some Twitter here. I'm going to add on my Twitter short. Trying to get 30 cents here. Should have no problem getting it. I got filled on Twitter at 30 cents. I'm going to try to short some more at 28.50 because that's my number. If it puts in a high and then a failure to make a new high, Twitter will go lower. AKAM, guys, breaking big time. AKAM breaking big time. If you sold all your AKAM, you did it wrong. Again, you got to run your winners. Covering some AKAM, guys. AKAM, covering half. Up 50 cents on AKAM. Bang, AKAM. Watching Twitter. I want a reversal bar, then I'm going to hit the bid. High, failure to make a new high. Nice job, Mike Gargano. Nice job, Mike Gargano on the AKAM trade. Done for the day. Twitter, guys, reversal bar. I'm running my AKAM and Twitter's going down from 30 cents. If it breaks VWAP, I'm going to look for it to go lower. There it goes, 18 cents. Twitter come back to 28. You piece of baloney. Guys, nobody even knows what Twitter does. They send out tweets. Listen, I've never been able to figure out what benefit tweeting does. I figured it out a little bit yesterday. Nice job, Emery. After that, I gave you a gift with Twitter, and you blew it. Put that in your video journal. No, I'm just kidding. Guys, Twitter, let's see if it breaks the low here. If it breaks the low, down to 28, cover. SLV, silver breakout. SLV. Yeah, SLV guys breaking out to the upside. Twitter guys breaking to the downside. AKAM still going down. Guys, get ready for Twitter to go down a lot more because I'm going to cover some. Guys, AKAM just getting obliterated. Stay short, AKAM. That's the theme song for AKAM. Twitter put in a high, failure to make a new high. It put in a low, higher low, but if this thing goes down, we're still good on Twitter. Silver breaking out to the upside. If anybody wants a long silver, SLV. Gap up and go on silver. GSK. Guys, watch GSK. I think that's still going to go. All right, I'm gonna cover on this. If it doesn't fail here on Twitter, I grab one of these desks. If it doesn't fail here on one of these, all right, I'm done. I'm gonna be done with Twitter in about 2 seconds. That's it. Stopped on the back of Twitter. So it looks like my out was a good one. Twitter put in a low, higher low, and then now it's running up. So Twitter is done for me anyway.
Twitter long.
If it breaks above 28, Twitter 28.50, Twitter's a long.
Twitter's going green today.
Twitter goes green today.
Yeah, it's raining. Not hard. Man, I'm tired. Freaking game went on forever.
Yep.
I got to bed at like 2:30 in the morning. I was like, and I got up at 5:30.
Guys, Twitter is now a long. It broke the 28.50. You can buy Twitter on pullbacks. AKAM is a cover.
Why is this taking so long?
Watch for a pullback on Twitter, guys. Now we like it long. GSK, guys, triggering to the long side. GSK. Stop on GSK is below the low of the day. The low was 43.15. So I mean, if you want to go underneath 42, like 42.98, you're fine. I'm actually long Twitter right now. I bought Twitter at 28.51. In long GSK. Watch Twitter for a 3-bar pullback and then rally. Nice little setup here on Twitter, guys. Nice job, Phyllis. Twitter long, guys. Twitter triggering long right now.
Want you to get my account up?
I really got to just do this. Log onto the computer.
I'm trying.
Let me just buy you Twitter.
Yeah.
You're in. Price is 55, 28.50, 28.55. No, just dropped. All right, guys, watch Twitter on this pullback. I'm going to nibble on the pullback. Guys, I accidentally stopped myself out of GSK, so that was an accident. I didn't mean to, but I did go with it. I put in the high price and the low price reversed. Twitter above 28.50, it's a buy setup. Okay, guys, Twitter triggering the long. That was a snapback to VWAP. I may take the GSK again. I still like it.
I like that. That was a snapback to GWAP.
Snapback to VWAP. AKAM is another short again. It rallied into the declining 10-period moving average. Could be a short again, guys. AKAM short again. It still hasn't hit that number. The number on AKAM was AKAM. The number on AKAM is, zoom out, the 52-week low number on AKAM. I'm short AKAM again. The 52-week low on AKAM was $57. I mean, I don't think it's going to get down that low, but you never know. So, the Twitter trade is stalling here. AKAM working, short. Twitter may go on my do not trade list. Every time I trade Twitter, my first trade is a winner. My second trade is a dog. I do think it's going to go higher, but it's just a hard stock for me to trade. Okay, guys, I'm covering some AKAM here. I'm up 15, 16 cents. Okay, guys, I'm going to stop out of Twitter in about 8 cents. Only putting my stop at 28.19. AKAM still going down. Guys, wait for a rally on AKAM. And if AKAM rallies, you could short it again. If it breaks this 60-52 number, 60-50, it will probably go down again as well. There it goes. It broke 60-50. Dropped 17 cents in like.
You might see 57 after all.
Yeah. I did not get stopped out of Twitter. Yet. Guys, ASML worked okay. Made the little check mark and then the move up. Watching Akamai for another short here. Akamai looking like it's going to roll over again. Three green bars up, red bar. If it breaks below 60.50, it dips down to 60.40, and then maybe even lower. There goes Akamai, guys. 60.50, come on, break 60, 47 bid. I really want Akamai to break 60.40 because that would make a new low on the day. It doesn't look like it's going to do it though. It's getting a lot. Twitter, by the way, guys, is turning back up. Yeah, Apple probably is a good fade now at this point. There goes Twitter, guys. Twitter up to 28.50. Which is my entry.
It's a rally.
It's a rally. It's hitting my entry. Woohoo! My entry is resistance on Twitter. Akamai, I'm at my entry as well. Akamai is going to probably stop me out because it didn't break and make a new low. Phyllis, if I were you, I'd be done for the day. Mike Gargano. I would just put a stop on Twitter past your entry since you got a great entry, and see how far it runs, Gargano. Twitter turning back up, guys. Generally, the market is going to rally, I think from here, but you're looking at it. It doesn't look like it. It's still from the charts. It could certainly look lower. The Twitter stop is at 28 cents. I think I put mine at 28 cents. No, 28.17. Sorry about that. The other problem I have with that is, guys, if I'm giving you, everybody else is probably in the same trade. Okay, guys, Twitter looks really good on the 5-minute chart. It just triggered on a 5-minute reversal bar. Apple fading up. Guys, I think AKAM, if you're not in it, I think AKAM was a good short when it rallied like that to $61. These stocks do tend to keep going down. It's below its moving averages. You guys, watch Twitter for a breakout above 28.50 here. Yeah, that's what it does. Akamai breaking down, guys. Akamai breaking down. Double top drop on Akamai. Whee! Wow, this thing really dropped. I wish I got a better entry. I got in at 60 spot 72 on Akamai. It still has to break that same number, which is 50 cents. 60 spot 50. If it breaks 60 spot 50, it goes right down to 60. Twitter guys just hit my first target. I'm going to sell some Twitter here. No, am I? Is that my next target? 75 cents. I'm selling some. Anybody who shorted Akamai at $60.80, it went right back down to 60.60. I'm selling my Twitter here. Okay, I only made 25 cents on this last bit.